Welcome, welcome. What's going on, everyone? We are live. Is this hot? Coming in a little hot? There we go. Maybe leave it at that. That's good. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum, and of course, what we are doing here every day, we are getting together and we are working away, building our dream. And for us, our dream here and our goal is to build ourselves a company, a creative services company, into a company that generates $1 million in revenue every single year. Every day I say it, it sounds like, I don't know, it just sounds crazy. Like, could you imagine? Like, I can't imagine getting there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We'll get there one day at a time. And today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be diving into our website. Here we are in Webflow. And we are going to be building out a blog section for this site. Now, the reason why I want a blog section for the site is, I guess, two main reasons. The first one is, as I said yesterday, and I mentioned quite a few times, we're going to be focusing a lot on YouTube and creating really high quality educational style videos that teach people the ins and outs of designing and managing their own websites. And that's going to be great for YouTube, and that's going to help us with people searching on YouTube and finding us and all that really, really good stuff. But I also think that it'll be very beneficial to have those videos and, kind of translate some of that stuff into text, into a blog type or news feed, I guess, maybe just a blog type text-based kind of place. So that'll help for Piixel.ca, like our website. That'll help over time with search engine optimization as well too, because if you keep publishing content on there as well too, that's going to help Google and other search engines. Who are we kidding? We just really care about Google anyways, but that's going to help other search engines figure out who we are and the kind of content that is going to be relevant to the people that are searching for things like, how do I build a website? How do I make a website? How do I troubleshoot my website? All that kind of stuff, right? So it's not like we're just going to take the scripts of the YouTube videos and just post them word for word on the blog. We'll probably do a little bit, maybe more in depth, more screenshots, things like that. So there'll be kind of how-to guides where people can kind of follow along. So that's what we're going to be building today. We're going to take a look at, just building that out, I guess. It's not, I guess. That's what we're going to be doing today. And I just want to just hang on. Just give me a moment here. What am I looking for? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So now the one thing that I should say, I kind of decided this morning or last night that I wanted to do this, but I didn't really put forth too much thought into how I want it to look and feel. So I do know there's a couple things that that I have in mind. Number one is a table of contents. I'm going to write this down. Actually, I think that's pretty. Maybe, do I need a sidebar? So the table contents, and probably make that sticky, at least when you're looking at it on a desktop. So that way people can quickly browse to where they want to go within the individual blog posts. And I think I definitely want to make it super, super simple as well. And not be very complex with graphics or anything like that on the page. So let's do that. Let's just start building and see what we can come up with. And of course, we want to get some music. I wonder what other kind of music. I think we've done some soul R&B before. I've done some Latin. I don't know if it's going to make me want to do some salsa, which I've always wanted to learn how to do, salsa dancing. Let's try without vocals and make sure I don't blow everyone's ears out. See how this gets really loud here in a sec. Let me know if that level is too high or too low for your ears. Seems to be okay. It's hitting at about -40 here on my end. Okay. I'm feeling it. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Okay. Our website. I'm liking our website. Website's pretty good. I think I have a few more. What's the word I'm looking for? Like recent work that I probably want to start putting up here. But we'll leave that for now. Let's leave that for now. Okay, what are we looking for here? So we're definitely going to need a new page, actually. Let's duplicate our home page. And that's, of course, going to be blog. Whoops. Piixel blog. I'll just say articles and tutorials on building or it could be just like tips, tools, tricks, tutorials. Tips, tools, tricks. The four T's. I'll get even more specific here. Something like that. Okay. We'll fix that later. Okay. Oop. I can cancel that for a second. Yeah. Don't need this. In fact, I probably don't even need that on that page. Okay, so right. What do we need to get rid of? Well, we don't need a portfolio. We don't need this. We don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. In fact, I don't think we need anything here. We'll need a footer. And pricing. Definitely need the pricing. But hang on a second. What I got going on here. Oh, what we're also going to need before I get too far on this. We are going to need an actual CMS collection here. We'll be able to. If you use collection, you'll need CMS hosting and won't be able to export collection context. Yeah, AKA, give us more money. I'm on basic CMS. Okay, we're gonna have to build this yearly. Yeah, we don't have a choice. So, bill us yearly. Due today, and August 23rd, it'll go up. Ugh. Okay, well, let's do it. That means it's been up for almost a year? Okay. Excellent. So now we can get back to making a collection. And yeah, these are going to be like a template. Blog posts. No, it's just going to be blog. Okay, what do I want for it? Main image, thumbnail image, featured. Why not? Color, maybe. I haven't used that yet in anything that I've done. Maybe today's the day. Post body, post summary. I also want an author. Probably want a category. But we might actually just make those their own collections. Okay, so let's just create this one for now. And let's create another one. And this will be the author. Okay, there's too much stuff here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need a full bio. Unimportant. Name. Picture. Yeah. Yeah. And category. Icon. Icon. Do we need a category to have an icon? Maybe. I won't make it required, obviously. I'll just keep it as is. Color. Yeah, let's give our categories colors. So we'll create that. Okay, so very quickly. Obviously, I'll be an author. We'll get the picture later. Categories. Category. So let's make a couple here. We'll worry about colors later. Let's say design. And development. Another category. SEO. What else would I talk about? We might just talk about business. All right, anyways, so those are some categories. That's all good. Now let's link these together. So in our blog posts, which we want to edit, it's being weird. Let's refresh this. Something's not right. What the hell? There we go. All right, so we want to add a field. So we're going to add a reference to our author. Yeah, that's going to be required. Each blog post is going to need an author. And we're also going to need another reference to the category. Did I spell that right? And 4 categories. Perfect. Let's save that. How do I like to do this? I'd like to the author, featured. What category is it? Give it a summary. Give it a body. Give it an image and then a thumbnail image. Color. Okay. I think that is definitely good for now. Let's save that. And so now we're going to have the blog post template. We can hide these pages. We don't need them. So let's see. Wrapper and header. Okay. This should be the footer, shouldn't it? The footer menu. The footer itself is not a symbol. Okay, that's interesting. Might have to do some refactoring on this at some point. Okay. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this so I can remember. Paste it there. Okay. So let's go to our new blog page template. So this is going to be the page where it's going to be the actual individual blog post. So we're just gonna design this template here. So shift enter, no, control enter. That's the page wrapper, which for some reason has a border around it. I didn't know that was a thing. Interesting. And here's our header. Is that for the body? Right. Let's throw that section there. I'm trying to think now how I want this to view. Let me just sketch this out in my head. I think basically I'm looking for the title. Table of contents. That's the content. So very simple. I don't know if I can show this. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit here. So here's just basically what I'm thinking. Title, then the metadata is in the middle, like the name and the author. The main content here, and then the table of contents here, which is going to be on the left side of the page. And then the question as well too is, can I dynamically generate that table of contents? That's going to be the question of the day. And can I make sections? Oh, I hope I don't have to generate them. Oh, I might. Maybe I can in the rich text. We're gonna have to see. That's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just thinking that within a blog post, you're gonna have different headings, right? Say just a bunch of H2 headings, and those are gonna be the different sections of a blog post. So say it's, 7 reasons why Webflow is the best. Whatever. That's the blog post. So there's gonna be 7 headings, 7 say probably H2 headings. reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. And then the table of contents will be links on the side, which is point 1, point 2, point 3. And you can click to point 3, and it needs to go to the third heading tag. Now, the question is can I dynamically generate those tags? So basically, it's going to need an anchor tag in the code to be able to know that that link is going to that section in the blog post. And I don't know if I can do that manually or not, because I never tried that. So we're gonna have to see what we can do with that, because I don't want to have to generate that manually, because that would be something. Why did I put this border around here? I don't understand why that's there. Okay. So you know what I want to do? Is it the wrapper that has? No, it's the header itself that has padding. Okay. So I'm going to put this here as the blog post. Yeah, blog post header. What the hell is going on with this thing? I swear, I don't know if this is the Brave browser just misbehaving. Very weird. Okay. I want to give this a good background color, or a different background color. Oh shit. Okay. So what is going on here? Right, it's giving a margin 2.5 EM. Let's hang on just a second. You know what? I have a better idea. Instead of trying to get too fancy with the design, let's just get the structure first. So where am I going? Nothing to undo. Of course not. Oh, I didn't even spell that right. So let's go back here. Oh, that's okay, because I put it in the padding. No, let's go back here. Let's put that back. That's fine. So let's go here. Blog post header. Post name. Okay, I need to make a sample blog post. Sure, let's add some items here. Okay. Let's go back here for a second. Need to have an internal container. All right. So we have our internal container. We probably, I think we probably want to center everything. Let's go. Blog post meta. Actually, we just want the date. Which we don't have right now because it's not published. Ugh, annoying. And we also, whoops, what did I press? We also want the author. So I know, actually I should be able to, let's go here. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, the author's name. No, not a div block, it's a text block. Let's just call this date, because that's going to be the date. And what are we? August 23, 2023. Actually, you know what? I like it this way. That's just me. And this is date, this is author. So let's just delete that for now. So blog post heading, let's center align everything. And can we give it a max size? What do we have for the internal? Max is 90 with 33. I want, you know, what's 800 divided by 1650? So maybe about 60. Well, 60. What did I say it was? It was 50, right? 50, 33. So 50, 56. Max width, 56. And of course we need to center it there. Okay. Blog H1. 0.5. Yeah, something like that is fine. And maybe let's just give this another section. With this one, Control Enter. It's going to be called blog post content. And we are going to divide this into a table of contents, and then Control Enter, and this is just the post. Table of contents. I think that's probably going to have to be made inside the collection. Yeah. So let's go here. How should we do this? I think it's going to have to be the easiest thing. It's going to be a rich text. Yeah, so let's go here, and the table of contents will make it into a list. Welcome to Webflow, introduction to using the canvas, how to work with collections, understanding your payment options. Just coming up with stuff here that doesn't mean anything, and how to use the new user whatever workflow. Okay, so we have the table of contents, and that is going to go in right there. And then in here is also going to be a rich text. So what we want is inside the content. What is the size going to be? So if we just look at the internal container, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to come up with our own one here for the table of contents or the blog post. Max width 90. Yeah, we don't want it that wide. So the max width is going to be, say, 70. We might have to modify that. So, is it EMs or REMs? I use REMs. Good. And then, of course, it needs to be centered. of course, do we want to put it in a grid or in a flex? Oh, I think how we do this is going to determine if this thing could be sticky or not. So let's grid it, however, or a flex box with a table of contents has a width of, I'm gonna have to fix it. Oops. Let's just say, just $30. And then this post has to be, well, what's this blog? It's 70. It's actually 50, 64. 64. Okay, so let's do some math. 64. And then what we're going to do actually here, we're going to put the gap of 4. Which means if this is 30, then there's only 40 left. Right? Which is, whoops, too small. Something like this, and actually, I just need a footer, so I'm just going to steal it from here. Just copy that whole thing and then paste it. And okay, this is not working because we want it. No, 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 no. I think here. All right. And now what we're going to do is we are actually going to make this sticky, but it needs to be, I think I probably want it relative to here, right? And we're going to have it stick our usual distance and right, so it's not sticking. So why is that? You must specify at least one position. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the whole flex thing. So do we need to do this? I think we need to just put it in another container. Yeah, we do. Okay. Perfect. All right. And we'll just call this sticky container. Or even better, sticky box. There we go. Okay. And so what we'll have is each one of these items is going to be a link to each one of these titles, right? And yeah, I mean that's it. It's pretty simple. We don't want anything too complex here. So hang on a second. Let's go in here and let's see what we got. This is unknown file name. What the hell is going on here? Oh, that's one thing I did forget. Alright, definitely forgot the image. Is it so... Is it too cliche to still have an image on blog posts now? I mean... Do we want an image? Or do we just want to get to the point? I think we keep it for now. But I think what I also want to do is round the corners a little bit. Just a little bit. So we definitely round the corners here. Oh, 0.2 EM. Let's do the same. 0.2 EM. Which is about the same. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay. So right, so now the question is going to be, how do I make sure that my sticky links are going to line up with my rich text elements? So if I go into here, so we basically need to make sure that this title has like an anchor tag associated with it. Now, can it do that? Can I do that? Type of link. External. I can go to a page. I want to avoid having to do anything where I have to put in custom code. Or not custom code, like where I'll have to essentially do this and put in, you know, h2 a equals what is it? Like a, is it name? I can't even remember now. Like whatever, right? This will be the anchor, you know, title 1. This is my title. In fact, what I would actually do . Oh, it's not even that. What the hell is the HTML for it? Can't remember. HTML for anchor tags of text. Name. Oh my goodness. blah, 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 blah. So, page anchor tag. Yeah, this, oh my goodness, I can't believe. Right, that's it. You have to have the hashtag. That's for the link, obviously, which is fine. I just want to know. Yeah, you just have to give it an ID. God, stupid. So ID equals, you know, title 1. And then if I save that, I'll save and close. And then if I go to my thing here, this is going to be a link to title 1. And then if I go, yeah, save it, please. It's only going to appear in, of course. Or is it going to work here? Only appear in live. Okay, so maybe let's publish this to here. And then we click this, and yeah, now it goes to that title page, right? So that's what we want. We're down here, go back up, boom. So we want to be able to do this. Can it auto-generate? Does it auto-generate IDs? I doubt it. That's just an H2. Webflow. Generate IDs inside of rich text headings. Dynamic table of contents. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Let's see. Okay, so basically I think what this is going on here is what it's doing is, well, I mean, there's a script that's going and it's taking all the elements, like the H2 elements or H3 elements, whatever you define, and then it's probably taking the name or the title of like of the text, and then it's just substituting that, and then it's adding in the links for you. Where's my mouse? Ah, stupid battery's dead again. else. So the question that comes to mind is if I want to do it manually or not. Because this one, you have to say like every H2 or every H3 is going to have to be there. And of course, this is also, I'm going to have to pay for this. Create an anchor called item for each heading. Yeah. So there's no way around this without writing any kind of JavaScript to help with this. Okay. Oh, what do I want to do? Do I want to do this manually every time I make a blog post? Or not? I mean, I don't... See, this is the thing. I don't want to just take the actual headings and just plop them in to the table of contents. So I think it's going to have to be manual anyways, at least to come up with the text that I want. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy. So if that's the case, in every yeah, I'm going to have to put every title in an embed that I want to have as the table of content. Okay, well, so be it. For now. At one post a week. Oh, man. I like the idea of a script, just writing a script where I just look for all the H2 tags. I have all the H2 tags and I find them in the page, and then I find what text is inside the H2 tags, and then I take that text, add on like, you know, a dash or something in between that text, and add that as the ID. And then I'll have an ID for every like H2 tag. And then when I'm writing my table of contents, I'll know that the ID inside each H2 tag is going to be the name of the actual, like the text that's in the H2 tag. So even though the text that I'm going to have on the table of contents might not match that string of characters directly, it'll still have the right ID, and I could use that ID in the table of contents. If that's making any sense. I think it's making any sense. So let's see. Let's see if I can take a quick look at this code. Get element by ID, content, query all selectors for each function, heading, Give it an ID of whatever plus 1. Which works, TOC plus 1. Okay. The string heading.inner.html adds section titles to slug. So we might be able to get away, even just this. This actually, okay, hang on a second. Let's see what we can come up with. Page. We are going to need, oh God, okay. Yeah, TLC is pretty short to type out. This is all we want. And that's all we want. So, but we need to change the ID. This is going to need an ID. So let's get that now. Oh, okay. It's not gonna have an ID. Let's say blog content. Just content. Now get element by D. Is it going to be get element by class? Get element by ID. Hang on a second. Let's try this one. Get element by class name. Okay. Okay, so save that change. If I'm correct, then if we, okay, shoot, no, I need to go back in here. So this is H2, right? Yep. And this is also H2. So one is going to be TOC1. And this one here should be TOC2. Save, I guess. And I want to go back here. Let's delete this. Can I delete it? There we go. Save that. Let's publish this and see what we get. Not working. So that script did not fire. Let me have a look. So that content is there. So get element by class name, content, query all selectors, h2. So for each of them, do this. For each heading that you find, for each h2, you're going to add in, you're going to set the attribute onto the heading ID and TOC plus 1. But that's not what happened. So why didn't that work? I don't know. JavaScript is not my strong suit. So get element by class name. Oh, elements. Let's see if I can get an actual ID on this thing instead of classes, because I think it says classes. Maybe it's looking for multiple. I don't know. Shit, where am I? Okay. But I need to put an ID onto this thing, right? Or maybe I can just put it onto here. And that ID is going to be, let's say, post content. Okay, so that'll be the ID. And no. Where am I going? Here. Get element by ID. Post content. Okay. So hopefully that works. I've just been noticing I haven't been sharing my screen this whole time. I am so sorry. That is ridiculous of me. Very ridiculous of me. I am so sorry. Oh, that is horrible. Yeah, and as I noticed that too. Thank you, Real. You just came in the stream. I saw someone came in. And then, yeah, I noticed that. What a brain fart. So sorry. Yeah, thanks for thanks for popping in. You save the stream. Okay, yeah, must feel okay. Anyways, so I'll have to fast forward to 1 hour and 5 minutes on the stream. Oh, geez. Crazy. Yeah, happens to the best of us. Absolutely. Okay, so what was I doing? Right, I was just updating my script here to make sure that everything's okay. And if I just publish this, hopefully it'll work now. Got that. Publish, refresh, and no go. Oh, it did work, except I just have it. Of course. Excellent. Of course, it starts at 0. Just... You missed it. Here's what I was working on. So I'm working on this sticky navigation for a blog post, and I want to put a unique ID onto every H2 tag or every H2 heading. And I don't want to have to do this manually. I want to do it automatically. So I just got this script from online, and what it does is it adds just a generic ID to each one of these tags, and then I just have to, in the rich text block here, add that whenever I'm making the post, and then it'll link directly to all those H2 tags. So that's what we just need to fix up here. Working on your Webflow launch as well, having a dev mental block. Yeah, so you live through me, sure. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. So when you say you're working on your Webflow launch, like, are you starting just a site on your own, or are you like, do you build websites for a living? What is it that you're working on specifically? So why not use a Webflow component and add that tag within the custom attributes? So I think the reason I won't be able to use that is because this is like, it's dynamic, right? Like, it's going to be coming in through a rich text element directly from the CMS collection. So like, I'm not going to know what the content is ahead of time. So I don't think I could use that into an actual component and just add a custom attribute to it. Right? Does that make sense? If I'm understanding what you're saying correctly. Because each blog post is going to be completely different and completely unique, and they're all going to have different elements that I'm going to want to use for the heading. Yeah, exactly. So let me just show you this little piece of code here. Blog posts. Yes, here it is. No, not here. Right here. So just this very simple JavaScript code here, just targeting every H2 element within this ID. So TOC plus I. Yeah, so I just made a little mistake when I went into my, sorry, that's probably really small, eh? I don't know if I could bump it up a little bit. There we go. So I just made a quick mistake when I have the blog post in here. So here's the post, and I'm just going to have this table of contents, and I just made a little bit of an error right there in what I had for the name tags. And then that should work now. Let's publish that. And welcome to Webflow or Webflow. Yeah, perfect. Although this one's not working. Oh, because I got the number wrong. That should be a 0 and a 1. Anyways, yeah. So we're working now. All right. So what do you got? So brackets for development. Yeah. Well, congratulations. Congrats. You're pretty much on kind of the pace that I'm at, where a lot of the work that I've had has always been kind of through word of mouth and the people that I know. And now I'm really pushing forth the effort to making a legitimate business. I mean, obviously it's, you know, like it says in the title, trying to build $1 million company, right? So, so yeah, awesome. Congratulations. Keep it up. And just for me thinking or just seeing what the demand out there is for the world for people that can do really good development and good web work. I think there's so much opportunity out there, even though you're hearing a lot of stuff about AI and all that stuff and, oh, they're going to take everyone's jobs. I think if you do a good job and you can have that human connection to people, the average person isn't ready to just log on to ChatGPT or any other AI service and just build themselves a website. So I still think there's a lot of potential for us, mere humans, to make a living building websites for people. But awesome. Have you ever done any freelance work or anything like that prior to this? Be interested to know. But congrats anyways. That's awesome. Okay. So the music stopped. Our music has stopped. Let's pick it back up again. Okay, so I really like that. Super, super simple. And let's just get rid of this here. Perfect. All right, okay. Okay, that's good. Now we just got to design the actual rich text elements here, and then we'll be good. Integrations are your niche. Right on. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that are syncing really well with Webflow now, which is fantastic. Solo for 4 years. Right on. Right on. Oh yeah, so you already know the fact that, super viable business and lots of opportunity out there. Yeah, so for me, I love your skill set, because for me, I'm more of a designer, like HTML, CSS, and just, very minor JavaScript and stuff like that. So I always had to partner with other people to get that back-end development stuff going. But I really value your skill set, because it's so, I even personally find it more valuable than knowing how to do front-end stuff. Because when you can get applications and stuff to talk to each other, it's just so important. And I know now that I have a client that I have to do some work for, and I have to integrate their Webflow with, what is it? I have to integrate it with Certifier to randomly assign, or to automate the assignments of certificates after they do a course that they're offering. So they have a paid course, and then the user takes the course, and then they pass that course, and then they get an automatic certification through Certifier. So I have to integrate all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh man, it doesn't integrate nicely. None of these stuff, they don't all play well with Zapier, which is what I like to use, or even Make, which helps a developer or a designer like me to do some more complex development work. So I know for someone like you, it would take you like an hour to do. And for me, it's going to be like days slugging through trying to figure it out. But c'est la vie. Okay, so let's design this a little bit better. So we have our rich text. I like that. And I don't think there's much we need to design here for this rich text element, but let's throw one in here, because you can't actually design one when it has dynamic content in there, which is kind of annoying. But actually, what are we going to call it? Are we going to call it content? Oh, I don't really like that name. In fact, let's rename this. Actually, I don't want to rename that at all. Let's just go call this rich text. So that'll be much easier to work with. Rich text. Okay. So all H2 headings nested inside a rich text. I think all of our headings are pretty much styled before. So I think we're pretty good. Let's just see what this one's saying. Actually, what I want to do for my H2 headings inside rich text, we're going to give it a little bit of a padding, so that way when people click the anchor text, it's not going to hit up at the top of the page. Okay, so that's good. I feel like the line height can come down a little bit. Paragraphs are good. Let's actually just change this here. Let's get all the styling here. Been trying to integrate into Webflow. If you've seen any of my past stuff, I'm like a huge Webflow fan. Like obviously I'm building my whole company around Webflow. So I'm a huge fan of it. It's the next down on my list would be Rails. I love working Ruby on Rails. I love Rails projects. But But because I'm a solo guy and I don't have a dev guy behind me using Webflow and then using no code tools, it's just phenomenal. So I love it. So and I think Webflow is going to become more and more prominent. Like, not very many websites, like in the grand scheme of the things, you are using Webflow, but it's becoming more and more popular every year. So I think it's up and coming platform. And I think the guys there are doing some pretty good work. So this is H2. This is H3. This is H4. Looking good. Let's try a few other things to make sure they're styled. This is a list item. List item as well. Okay, so you've been using it since 2017. That's even before I started. I think I first heard about it. I think it was in 2019 when I first heard about it. And then at work, I heard about it. I'm like, I got to find a way to get this into work. And then, yeah, I ended up building all the websites at work in Webflow. And now with clients, it's just so much easier. Of course, I used to build way back in the day in WordPress for clients. And WordPress is good, but I hate all the maintenance that's associated with it. And sometimes clients have projects, they have like 20 plugins, and it's just a nightmare to deal with and just the upkeep on it. I just don't like using WordPress anymore. Obviously it has huge flexibility, but for people that just need basically a static website with like a blog, like Webflow just does everything. And then with the easy integrations, it's just such a phenomenal tool. The only thing, of course, I don't like, for me being like a CSS guy, an HTML guy, like it's faster for me if I just like could code things by hand than going through this editor. But that's a little bit of a trade-off, which I think is just fine. But I think all that stuff is going to get better. Better with the combo classes and better with how just adding more of the CSS stuff that you can use by hand. They'll add it in. What am I looking for? Numbered lists. Numbered list. Another item. Okay. So these are quite different. So all unordered lists. Okay, we don't need that. Put it there. Let's get our actual text color. So Webflow is something that a client can manage and maintain on their own. Big selling point, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and when clients get into using like Elementor or whatever, they can muck it up pretty fast. Yeah, definitely agree with you on that. But it's funny though, because my business model may be a little bit different than yours. And I don't know how much you know about my business model, but yes, absolutely. It's super easy for somebody to go into the editor and just do that real-time editing, and you can actually even control what stuff they can actually edit on the page. That's just amazing. But for me, my selling point as a company is that I handle all the maintenance and everything for them, which is why my thing is more of a subscription service as opposed to just like, 10 grand, here's your site and go off on your own. So if a customer wants that, maybe I could work something out with them. But the idea for me is monthly fee. You give me your content, I manage the whole thing for you. But yeah, absolutely, it's super easy, and it is kind of nice though that you can get your project, give it to the client, and then hand it off, and they don't really have to worry about anything, and they can just update it on their own. Especially if they don't have the money to hire anybody, and they do want to do it in-house as well too. They definitely have that option. So yeah, it is really great for that. 100%. Numbered list. Why am I using... I need to switch this. To use relative units instead. What do we have for paragraphs? All right, 1.4. Let's make them the same size. And this 1.8. And then, but I think what we're also going to do with these guys is give it a little bit of a margin. Let's say 3/4. Let's go. Okay, well, we're gonna need some padding there. Oh, yikes. Let's make them the same. List items, wrong color. No, that's good. And we have 0.75. Excellent. Well, that's list item. All ordered list is what we wanted. For let's change it to the list item here. I think height 1.5. And 1.5. I think that's what we wanted there. Right. So yeah, see your business model. My model is more built towards one-time build fees, yeah, and maintenance blocks, yeah. Blocks in my back end. Not for clients, bro. Yeah. How do you find your clients' willingness to book dev time? Do they feel like it's too much of an inconvenience for them, or that it's too expensive, or they don't really want to pay? I'm curious to see how that works for you. Because I've always, I know for me, I've always felt not uneasy at all about charging per hour or anything like that, but I just, for some reason, I just like to have kind of like a flat fee so the customer doesn't have to worry about unexpected expenses or what have you. But if you have yourself a nice automated system where your clients could just come in and just book in some dev time, I mean, that's pretty sweet. And then for the whole list itself, we have 2 EMs. I don't think... no, 1. Yeah, 1's good. But this one is 2. Actually, we're gonna go with this. And this doesn't need a margin there at the top at all. Yeah. That's for the unordered lists. These guys, they're at 0 as well too. No, 2's too much. 2's too much. A little bit too much space. 1.5 and 1.5. That's not bad. We need stuff for our headings. Our headings need a little bit more breathing room. H2 headings definitely need more. And then H4 headings, which I rarely use. But if I do, I don't always use H4 headings. But when I do, work blocks, yeah, 1 hour for $100. Nice. Do you mean you make like a like a Loom video or something like that? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's nice. Seems like you got a really nice flow going there. Yeah, that's actually really unique. I haven't seen very many people. Like I've seen some people, they make videos and they send it to their clients. That's kind of how I work with my clients when I give them updates onto how the actual web design process is going. But I've never seen anybody do videos of the actual work that they're doing kind of like after the website has been delivered. So that's pretty unique. Yeah. That's always the one thing that that's always tricky for me in terms of tracking time and monitoring time. I absolutely hate tracking time. I think because I had a really bad experience at one of my first jobs outside of university when I had to work as a JavaScript developer. I had that job for 8 months and it was the worst thing in the world. We had to track our time to the 15 minutes and I hated every second of it. And that was just internally to track kind of what we were doing just so that we can go out and build the clients. Oh man, I couldn't stand it. I think it's completely different for you as like if you're an internal person, like you're just tracking your own company, totally makes sense. But I just hated it so much. Oh man. Let's read the backend service, I suppose. Right. So, okay, so you actually live stream the whole process of your work. That's cool. That's cool. Do you find that tedious? Or not even so much tedious, but I guess if you're working and if something happens or whatever, you can't figure it out, you're swearing or whatever the case may be. You don't want your clients to see that kind of stuff. But that is really cool. That is really cool. Man, $100. They're getting a deal. I mean, you should be charging way more than that. I don't know how they can handle those pricing, but I mean, $100 for an hour of dev time. Like, that's crazy. But that's really cool. That's crazy, but this is really cool. Yeah, I live stream this stuff just because it's fun and this is kind of want to showcase kind of the nitty gritty of kind of building a company, but live streaming the work to a client, that's interesting. That is really interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think this looks good. We need to do the quotes as well. Let's turn this into a quote. Can I do that? Should be able to. Okay, we'll style that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, seeing the ups and downs. Yeah, it's real. It's the real world. I mean, no one could just go into a project and just pull the rabbit out of the hat every single time and just get everything perfect. You're stuck in an issue. Yeah, you credit them half a block. Nah, that's cool. That's really cool. Awesome. And how do you find business? Like, how's business going for you? I mean, 4 years on your own, that's pretty good, obviously. Any thoughts or anything like that in terms of expanding your team or getting bigger or going bigger and, going beyond the solo show? Yeah, that's the relationship. Yep. And the value. Yep. And I think too, it's also going to be adding, definitely with the relationships. And that's, I think, the core of it. When someone gets familiar with you as an individual and as a person, they want to do business with you. So you have those clients, for life, right? And that's so much better than, 99% of all the companies out there that seems like they don't even really care about their clients or their customers. They just want to get the work. They just want to get the money. They don't really care if they screw you over or what have you. And that's it. So I really love the way that you're going. So that is awesome. Yeah. I'd love to hear your thoughts and plans for trying to scale, or if that's even something you want to do. Some people don't, which is totally fine. They just want to be solo, and that's great. So everyone has their own thing. But if you are looking to scale, or you have a plan, or trying to put together a plan to scale, I'd really love to hear about it. Okay. So we got our block quote. How can we style the block quote? I don't think we have any good fonts that we want to use for this one. Is this one still actually in here? No, I don't think so. No, we don't want to use any of those fonts. We'll keep it plain Jane, I think, for this. Maybe we'll go, I don't even have a light one. What would be a good, okay, hang on, let me zoom. If I can zoom this back out here for a second. Right. It's always weird. Okay, zoom that back in for a sec. So yeah, mostly word of mouth for now. Yeah, well, for sure, for sure. Yeah, not sure if it is yet. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Yep. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. But I like the approach though, you know, taking it slow, seeing if it's going to work or not. Nothing, well, I was going to say nothing's worse than getting so many clients you don't have any enough people to do the work. But I guess that's not a bad situation to be in. What do I do? There's too many people that want to give me money. Okay. Quote, quote, quote. Okay, I don't like this, so we're going to remove that. We're going to... What are we going to do? Let's remove all the padding for now. Oh, no, we're 1.5. And... No, worse. Oh, everything's throwing me off a little bit because I zoomed everything in. The interface looks a little bit different. 2.25, I think will be good. Color. Can we get away? I don't like the contrast on that. Let's just go our blue, which is our primary color. And maybe we'll just indent it. Just give it a little bit of a jog. And does that look okay? How does it get to the other quotes? I got to use where is it here? What's the code? that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Where did my page go? If I know the amount of clients and blocks I can handle a week, once I hit that cap, I stop taking on clients. Be making it pretty, yeah, 20K a month. Nice, very nice. How many hours do you block out to work? Like, is 20K a month working like 12 hours a day, all day, every day? Uh, 10 hours a day, and sometimes on Saturdays. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Something's not quite right with this quote, besides it being pretty simplistic. 2.5. Give it a little bit more space. Yeah, there's lots I can do with this design-wise. Like adding some graphics and stuff behind, like a nice little quote block. Nice little 66 behind. But this isn't, I'm not designing this here to win any kind of awards. Just something very, very simple and basic. Because usually what I actually have at the bottom of a block quote would be quote, you know, name, author, right? So what can we do with this? We can't really give it. So in the rich text, we can't really give it anything other than this. And we can't wrap it in a span either. Oh, that's kind of annoying. The limitations of rich text. So say blocking 10 hours, most jobs. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then it takes half the time. Yeah. So we kind of have that extra time. But yeah, they'll use it for later. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Right on. Add a 2-pixel line to the left of the H2. 2 pixels to the left of the H2. Left of the H2? Oh, do you mean this? Because this is like the block quote. Because the H2s are this guy, and well, not this. That's from another one, but. So I think if you're meaning this one, where I could add a little bit of a line here. Yeah, the block quote. Yeah, yeah. The only reason why I took it off is because it just kind of seems, it's like just generic, because that's what the generic block quotes come with, right? So how come I'm not seeing anything? Am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure I added that quote in. Or the, oh no, I didn't. I lied. It doesn't have an, oh, okay. I don't want all of them. Just you. And you're 2. There we go. What happened there? Yeah, the only thing I feel is that it's pretty generic because that's kind of by default, but it works. Let's bring it in a little bit. No, not there. Here. Yeah, that works. That's good enough. And if I do this quote here, I mean, I could just bold this, which would be fine. And actually, what I'll probably do is if something's bold, we're going to give it a different color just to make it stick out just a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. So I think, is that it for the rich text elements? It's pretty much everything I use. We got subheadings. Yeah, that's fine. Links. Oh, no, we could do something with, let's see what the links look like. Oh, I didn't actually put anything in. Let's link to something. Okay. I guess the links are just the same. No, I was going to get fancy. I'm not going to get fancy. Not important. Always try to keep my philosophy in mind. Is what I'm going to do going to help me make more money? And I don't think that fussing with that is going to. Okay. So we have our blog post. I think, do we have everything? I think we actually have everything. But one thing that I want to do is there is section. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's just publish this to our staging site. Okay, no, we don't want to translate. Thank you. So that's looking good. Oh yeah, that one's not working because I have the wrong link. That one. Let's see what's going on here. It does have a margin, but it's pretty small. I mean, I don't want to make it too big. What if it's just one? We don't want it too much because then it's gonna. Oh, yeah, I don't like that at the top now. And I can't be guaranteed that every single rich text is going to start with an H2 element. I guess I could just... Oh, I know what I can do. I could just write some custom code, I guess, a little bit. The gradient line up and down instead of a solid pink line. Yeah. I could add background image. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, to add a background image to give it a little bit of a flair. I did have a bunch of gradients that I was using in the old version of Piixel. So I could bring that back. It would kind of be a little bit on theme. Do I have them? Do I have any of those old pages, though? I might. Yeah, I do. Here they are. Let's look at this. Let's... Oh, I don't think I can just steal this, can I? Because I can't save this as like a swatch. But I'm just going from pink to purple. I could remember how to do that, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Good idea. Thank you. Thanks for the tips, man. Really appreciate it. Where are we? We're right here. And let's go in here and, oh shit, I'm gonna have to just make another rich text element. And make that. And, oh, can you not make a gradient with these? Oh, then I have to do it with the background then, eh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can't make a gradient. Can you? So then I would have to... Yeah. Oh, wow. I'd have to hack this up a little bit. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, too much work. Sorry, it's like that. Yeah, I could make an SVG out of it. Yeah, too much work. Even though it's not that much, like it's not that, no, it's not that important. It's not that important. I will, yeah. Is that, you know how you feel? Yeah, yeah. Just like, just get it done. It's all good. It's almost like, I don't know if you ever had this when you're painting a room or something like that, where you're so careful because you don't want to get things on the other wall or whatever. You want to do every line super perfect. And then you get to the point where you've been painting all day. You're like, the hell with it. You know, you're going over cobwebs or cobwebs, like spider webs, whatever. You don't care about making anything. It's like, I just want to get it done. Yeah. Okay, so what do I need to do? I think, I need to make sure that when videos go in here, and I post videos, that they look good. Okay, so let me see if I can get one of my videos here. Channel. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Can't even find my own channel. Content. Video. Okay. Shareable link. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so go to a blog post and you know what? You know what, I'll be better. Instead of doing it in there, let's just do this. Let's get a video link. Just post video. That'll be better. So now I have a video. Okay, let's save that. And let's go into our blog. And where should we put, if we have a video, okay, let's think about this just for a quick second. So say we have a video. Our video is going to be, 7 tips for using Webflow, what have you. And there's going to be a blog post that's going to be associated with that video. Now, should we put the video? We should probably put the video right up front and center. And then they can watch the video and then you get into the content. I think that's going to be the best usability for our audience. And I think it's going to be the best for what we want for the blog. I think. Would it make sense to put it at the bottom? Or even within the post? I guess the question is, do we want them to focus more on the content of the video or to watch the video, or focus more on the content? No, I think having the video front and center is good. And maybe we'll run some statistics or some A/B testing in the future to see what might play better. Okay, so we're going to add in a video. And that video is stupid browser. Okay, this video we're going to get from our post video. And let's go to here. No, this one. Okay, so we have that. Okay, and let's just do a couple of conditional statements here. This is visible when the post video is set, obviously, and this thing is we should be able to do the opposite, can't we? When post video is not set, Post video is not set. Yeah. And we're going to go. Actually, let's give this thing a class. Let's call it blog post video. Oop. And what am I doing? I'm giving it a border or a border. A margin at the bottom. Why did the background turn white? Or am I just hallucinating? Or maybe it just has to do with the color of this video. Why did that not sync? Blog post video. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all we want. But I do know I want to, oops, I didn't have to go here. I wanted to get this little bit of code here. And let's go to here. And it's not hero, it is, what is it? Blog post video. Save that. And actually, let's go back to the actual page. No, maybe publish it first. That'll be helpful. Perfect. Beauty. Okay, so that's if there's an image. Or sorry, if there's an image. If there's a video, and if there's no video, then the image will show. That shows up nicely. And these ones don't have a sticky table of contents, but you know, this is just demo. I think it reads really nicely. I think everything looks really good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now, do we want to add any read more, or not read more? Do we want to add any next or like previous posts? I think for now, we're going to stick super basic. We'll add that in later. I mean, I don't have any posts right now. And when I know what we need to do. And when I do, I think we can add it in then. We don't have to have everything right off the bat. But what we do need, obviously, is we need a menu item here. Code blocks. Yeah, sometimes I do. I go back and forth whether I use code blocks or I use that on the page. But yeah, for that one, it probably should be done in the page. So yeah, I guess I just cut and paste it from there, and that's where I had it before, and then I just kept it on there. But yeah, I agree. Using code blocks is usually the better way to go, especially you can keep everything kind of tight and consistent from where it needs to be. You know, you're giving me a lot of work. Yeah, back to top button. Yeah, for sure. I do know, what time is it? So it's already 1 o'clock. I do know I'm not going to get to that today, so I'm just going to put it in somewhere. Add a back to top button on the blog. And maybe for the homepage too. And let's get that done. Let's try to get, no, Sunday. Okay. Added to the list of things to do. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. You know, it's hilarious. You know, what is it? Easier to just, what is it? Like those who can't do teach, but it's not like you can't do it, but it's just you know, easier to tell someone to do it than to actually just do it yourself, right? And just actually get to work. I appreciate that. Oh, that's too funny. But it's good though. I like it because now it keeps me honest. Now it's like, yeah, no, I got to do it. Got to get it done. Actually, where do I want to put it? Let's put it right here. And we actually, oh yeah, right. I need to actually make the blog page as well. And I do, what's going on here? What's going on here? Section, I don't want a section. To a page. To the blog page. Okay, and actually I'm gonna have to change this here as well on the footer. And edit buttons in the way. Page. Blog. And maybe call it blog too, so. Okay, excellent. That's done. And right, and the actual blog page, which I haven't done yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Saying you wish you had someone to yell at me when you're working on your own. Yeah, not as meticulous. Yeah. Right, right, yeah. Yes, but when you're working with clients, yeah, you kind of want to make sure that it's perfect and that they're going to be extremely happy. But yeah, when it's for yourself, good enough. That's hilarious. Okay, what time is it? It's been 2 hours now. Although the first hour of the stream was probably not very useful to anyone, considering it was just me staring at the screen. Oh man, I can't believe that. I've done this, what, 136 times? I don't think I've done that once. No, I have. I've done that more than once. But not for a whole hour. That's for sure. Okay. Do I want to do this now? Let's finish it now. Let's do it now. Don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. Okay. So, okay, well, hang on. This is just the blog. Let's just say tips, tricks, and okay, well, hang on again. Tips, tricks, and tutorials. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with something better. I'm definitely not in the content writing mode. Tips, tricks, and tutorials on building and maintaining Webflow websites. Totally not going to be what it's going to be at the end of the day, because that's horrible, but I need to come up with something cool, a good name. Like Piixel Pieces is what I have for this eventual components library that we're going to be building. So, but this isn't Piixel Pieces, like Piixel. Okay, hang on. Hang on a second, let's cheat. Okay. Can you give me a one-letter word that starts with P that suggests, oh, how can I ask this properly? That suggests reading articles. Let's say and you always gotta say please. Piixel papers. Ooh, that's a good one. Can you give me a list of 20 words, please? No. Sorry. 20 words that start with P. As in my initial question. Oh, question. What? Okay, that's just 20 random words that start with P. Oh, okay, chat. Okay, let me. Okay. Let me. Okay. Give me 20 one-letter words. There we go. Maybe. Reading educational articles. Oh God. Oh, chat. Whatever it's please. Yeah. Okay. Well, what the hell? Okay. Whatever. Let's go with its first. Pixel papers. For now. Okay, well. We definitely don't need this. Okay, I haven't thought about how I want this to look. And I think, let's get loose again. I think what we're going to do is probably just have a 3-column layout. Which has the image, the title, and the description, like the short description. And then a read more button. Just super generic. Super generic. So well, let's get rid of all this stuff. And we can do this pretty quickly, I think. Log list. I'll have to clean this up as well too. Okay, let's just get the framework in place and then clean up the design a little bit. So blog list, and let's give this one class blog. That's just the blog item. Oh wait, what am I thinking of? I'm not thinking clearly at all. We need a collection. All right. In you go there. And here's where we have our blog item. Okay, what is playing? What is this? Okay, let's switch genres here. Here we go. That's not going to get very many. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to start with, well, we're going to throw in the image. Thumbnail image. Ooh, alt text, alt text. It'll probably be descriptive. So I think with our blog list, we're going to make this into a grid. Actually, spacing. Let's keep things consistent. 'Let's, consistent. 'Let's, keep things consistent. 'Let's keep things consistent. 'Let's, 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 ke Okay. Thumbnail image. I don't think I want to put that for all images just in case, but that'll be there. Oh, wait, something happened. Did I not collection list in the right spot? Or collection list. Did I not put the grid in the right spot? That's around the whole thing. Ooh, I think it needs to go here if I'm... Yeah. Better. So... blog list. Sure. Okay. And this one. It's just the blog page. And yeah, I like that better. And then do we want the whole thing clickable? I think we do. Especially if someone's on mobile. A link block. Why are you not letting me put that inside? Weird. Sometimes Webflow can be weird. But I think that's using the Brave browser instead of Chrome. Which is weird because I think it's pretty much Chrome based. I think it uses Chromium, I think? I don't know. Anyways. So we want this to be heading 2. Our text is going to be the blog post. And of course, we're going to have blog h2. Oh, I can hear the kids are home. Blog h2. You are way too big. But I also have to remember that I'm zoomed in. Are we have letter spacing? Yeah. Okay. No, 0 is good. Let me just zoom out here for a second. That's okay, I think. Okay. Blog post. No, blog item link. Just don't do that. And color, actually, I think this will override the color. I hope it does. Excellent. But we'll make it blue. And then we're also going to put in our post summary as well, which these are really long. I don't want to make them that long. Do we want to center everything? Not link. Oh, how are we going to do this one? We need to do like a read more button. Text block. Continue reading. What? Okay. Read more. Okay, so I mean, it basically needs to be like a button. Can we actually? Oops! Don't delete the whole thing. Can we actually give it a class of button? Of course we can. Okay. But we need to tone this down considerably because this doesn't actually... No, I don't like the style. Okay, so this is a read more. Actually, let's just... just want a toned down button. So what can we call that? Hey Ninja, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. How you doing today? So we want this to be like a discrete button. So let's just call it Alt. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Just plugging away as always. One more day, one day closer to the $1 million. But doing well, thank you. Okay, so we want this button to be more discrete. So how are we going to do that? I think number one, I don't want it extending the full width of the container. I think we should lower some of the padding a little bit. And I think the font actually needs to go down. Okay, stop. What were you before? 1.4. Okay, if I do that, actually. Framer or Webflow? Well, obviously for me, Webflow. For sure, Webflow. I've heard of Framer, of course. I think I've had a few people ask me about that. But no, I'm a Webflow guy. So that's that. No. Something like that. But maybe even... Okay, now let's take a look at the box shadow. What happened? Did it get reset? Okay, there we go. Oh, 6 is the lowest. And then hover. There we go. I like that a little bit better. A little bit better. And let's go back up here and let's take a look at what I want to take a look at. I'll take a look at this grid and give it a little bit of space. Oh, not that. I want to reverse that. Oh, no, unlink it. There we go. There we go. Okay, sorry, I gotta zoom out here just to see what it looks like in regular size. Okay. Blog description text should be small on both title. May look better on text. What does that say? Text left line. Yeah, I think I need to do some work on figuring out exactly what my font size is going to be. I'm just playing around a lot, and like my screen is zoomed in and everything like that, so I'm having a little bit of issues figuring out what's going to look the best. My 4K screen doesn't help. Left align, maybe. I like center align. I'm not gonna lie. For like intro text, or like I should say not intro text, but just for a very short description and the blog post. Like these characters, when I do my own intro, it's going to be very, very short. Like it's not going to be this big, huge, long text. So, but I think we'll play around. We'll play around and see how things end up looking. But yeah, I think with the blog text, probably could do for making it a little bit smaller. And that means I'm going to have to make the text around the whole website smaller as well too. So I just don't want to dive into that right now, but it is a good point. Point well taken, for sure. Yeah, I mean, this is just so generic. So generic, but I don't know. I think we're okay. Yeah, this is like just super generic. What we're going to do is I already have that. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I need to put more thought into this. This is hideous. I hate this. But again, is this going to make me lose money? I don't think so. Yeah. I think we're okay. I mean, oh, that's not going to go because that's on a different page. Oh, my whole navigation system is going to have to change. Ah, damn it. This is another problem with having this new page, is that my page was basically a one-page website. And now it's not because of this blog. Which means all my links that go to sections are not going to work at sections. I'm just going to have to hard code them in. Not hard code them in, but I'm just going to have to do what I'm going to have to do. So instead of going to this actual section, because it's not going to know where it is, I'm just going to have to go like this and then just go to work like this. And then it'll get there. Or actually, I'll have to do this to make sure it goes to the root. Okay, write that down. Footer and header, so that users navigate to the correct section page. Make sure to do that before I launch. Yeah, no, absolutely. All about attention. If it doesn't look good, people don't read it. That's why UI UX exist. Yeah. But the thing is, though, people can still get attention on something. Like, it doesn't have to, like, as long as it's readable and it doesn't look like shit, then people still read it, right? Like, look at Craigslist. Craigslist is definitely not going to win any UX awards. Well, actually, I should say not UX awards. It won't win any visual appealing awards, I guess, like any design awards, like design heavy awards, because it's just standard text, right? But the usability of it is obviously, it works. Okay, so that's going to be good for now. I think the individual blog posts are going to be good as they are. And I think I'll have a look at it once I actually film my videos, which I need to film sometime in the next, what day is it today? It's already Wednesday. I really want to get these videos done, but I can't rush it. But I really want to launch the YouTube channel on Monday. So hopefully I can get to that. Anyways, what was I saying? I think I was talking about the blog, right? And once I actually have a blog post ready to go, I think I'll do some tweaks and just make sure things are at least to my liking and that everything is working well and looking good and is readable and usable and all that fun stuff. And I do actually have to, another thing that I didn't do today, which I'll get to, make sure all new blog pages and posts are mobile ready. I haven't done that, and I need to do that. Super, super important. Again, for Sunday. Oh, man. Lots to do on Sunday. I wonder if I find that it's taking too much time out or away of doing my videos, if I should just postpone on actually launching a blog. Because it's not critical. I don't need it right now. I think it's more important for me and what I want to do to get my YouTube channel up and running and provide that as a tool for people to learn about me, learn about what I do, and an avenue for them to obviously find Piixel and find my website. So yeah, something to think about, but yeah, we'll see how things go over the weekend. And maybe tomorrow, maybe, I don't know if I can film some of the B-roll stuff that I want to do for my YouTube channel, if I can do it while I'm on stream or not. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that and see if there are things that I could work in, like doing B-roll in terms of, you know, building sites out in Webflow or building things out in, what's the other one that I wanted to work in? Definitely WordPress, but also, what's the third one? Ghost, using the Ghost platform. So I'm not sure if I should do that on stream or not. Anyways, we'll figure it out and we'll see where we are. Anyways, Swoop and Ninja, thank you so much for joining and engaging in the live stream. Really appreciate having you guys here, and thank you for all your input as always. Very helpful and very much appreciated. So thank you very much. So I'm going to leave it there. It's been about 2.5 hours, so I need to get up and stretch. This is crazy. I don't know how people sit down and stream for so long without getting up and stretching. Maybe they do. I don't know. I guess I've never watched a stream for so long. Good luck to you as well, and thank you so much, and hope to see you around again next time. Always great to see other entrepreneurs and business owners and web developers and designers on here. So thanks for coming. Yeah, I don't know how people stream for so long without getting like back pains or whatever. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyways, thanks for joining, and we'll see you here for a brand new stream tomorrow. Thanks again, and have a good one.